Welcome everybody to this last video that involves a 1992 item. Maybe in the future I'll get more 1992 items, but as of right now, this is the last 1992 item that I have, and I'm very excited about introducing 1992 Terence to the stage. Now, as you know, Terence is a road vehicle, and he should be on road track, and da-da-da-da-da. But, I mean, this turntable is working really well, so I'm going to stick with it, okay? So this Terence, as you can see, is just, wow. Pretty plain and simple at this point. Let's take a look here. It is known as the black wheel Terence because Terences these days have orange wheels and this Terence has black wheels. So this Terence honestly looks nothing like even the TV series. I think this is one of the far-off models that I've seen. I know this shot kind of makes it look, well, okay, it does make it look orange, but it's not that orange. It's actually a pretty light orange. I'm going to turn it here, and this is, just plain and simple. I think they didn't really do a lot of investigating on how we can make this Terence better at the time. It's just very, very plain. Turn it around, flat magnets, or magnet, so to speak, only one, and then same thing on this side. So let me show you guys here. Staples on the bottom. Let me just check one more time. No name, no nothing on the bottom other than the staples. With that said, this is the big part of the video, is the comparison. And already you're like, whoa, how can this be even the same, road vehicle, Terence engine? So let's take a look here at the sides. Look how much more detail is in here, You got I think the thing that stands out to me the most is just the wheels. The black wheels versus the big orange caterpillars. Obviously, this Terence does not have any caterpillars. I've seen Terences like this that are 1992 that have caterpillars. So I think that maybe at one point this Terence did have a caterpillar. Did have caterpillars, but maybe they fell off, and when I bought it off of eBay for like $10 or whatever, it was the seller didn't have them and didn't decide to include them. Let's turn them sideways here. Look at the faces. I think the Terence on the right is pretty darn accurate to the TV series, so I'll give him that. But, man, just look at this stuff. I mean, there's just so much to talk about. The black thing that kind of represents his eyebrows, I would say. His eyes, his mouth, his nose. Just a lot. I mean, I'm not even going to go into detail. You can just kind of see what it's like. Another thing I should point out is Terence has, like, this little, I don't know if you would call it, where he releases his steam as a tractor. I don't know. It's orange over here and black over there. So, let's go to let's flip them around. Another big comparison to make here. Luckily, these Terences have something in common. They both have magnets at the back. And there's just so much to compare here with the caterpillars, the black wheels, and then how these are shaped. I'm not even going to go into it. You guys can kind of just see for yourself. And then same thing, obviously, on this side. Just a lot more detail in here. You can definitely tell it's a tractor, and then over here it's kind of, it's a tractor, but it could use some work. So I applaud Learning Curve, that they have done a very good job with making this Terence realistic. At this time, this was the norm, that they didn't really go into big details with these older items. They just kind of, they're kids' toys, so they don't have to be the big detail. It's a chunk of wood that looks relatively close to a tractor. Kids at the time like that. But now we have to go into like this big detailed stuff over here, which I personally don't mind. It's just I think if I grew up with this, I would be all right with it. I don't know about people who also grew up with this, if they would be all right with it. But I think if this is what I knew, if this is the only version we had, I think it would be nice. Because someday, maybe even it's now known as the Thomas and Friends Wooden Railway, not Thomas Wooden Railway anymore, guys. Maybe at one point this Terence is going to be so outdated over here. Who knows? But right now this Terence is definitely in the past. It's a pretty unique item just because of its black wheels and the lack of design. Or the lack of detail. And this flat magnet sticks out, I think, really badly in my opinion. But, oh well, that's the 1992 Terence. After this, we're going to move on to some more familiar items that may appeal to some viewers of the younger age. So keep on watching these Thomas Wooden Railway discussions. And once again, thank you for watching.